Hello, hello, hello. Smokia. It is Smokia. Yeah. Okay, we are all good to go. If you guys hear any background noise, please let me know if there is any sound. Hi Nirlavi. Finally we meet. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for the money gun. I saw your entry. Okay. Chris, welcome. If you guys hear any sound or this light is bothering you, please let me know. I can fix it. That wouldn't be a problem, and we can get started. It's almost 16 people. Hey Jab, good to see you. Now let's talk about the overall market and planning. The reason I'm live here is what's your in real life job, or do you do this full time? I do this full time, and I do have a real life job as well, but that is always a contract, and I switch things. So when I was in Afghanistan, I was chief operations officer, COO. Over here, I'm a director of finance and operations for an organization, but it's contractual, so I just pick and drop whatever it is. But I'm a guy who is in finance. So this is not a place where I'm some internet marketer who has turned into crypto. This is what I have studied, unfortunately. So this is what I know. What was I saying? I was saying, let's talk about the market and let's make some plans as how we are going to act in these 2 months. Let's not do TAs because the market is going to go down anyway. It's going to go down in long run. Instead of looking for these shorter income and shorter return, let's talk about the overall bigger plan. I can be wrong, always keep that in mind, but I'm going to talk about data that I see, and based on the data and the stuff that I see, I'm going to share what I am seeing. Right now, let's look at the comments. 36K or below, I'm seeing $19,000. Let's start there. So let's start with the bad news. Okay, so I'm seeing 900 on Ethereum. I'm seeing $19,000 on Bitcoin, and what was the case with the? Let me check. What was the case with Solana? I did Solana as well, which didn't look nice. I think it was $30. 126. Eesh, not this one. Yeah, it was $38. Yeah, so I was seeing Solana at 38. I think Cardano was in 20 cents range. So all that bad stuff, unfortunately. But let's talk about how we are going to plan, how we are going to act. When are we going to get out, and then we are going to plan all of it. I'm going to discuss the first 2 months with you. After the first 2 months plan, how to prepare basically for the halving to get this dip. According to me, this is going to be the biggest dip that you're going to see in next 2 years, starting from October till next November. This is the 2-year kind of period for me. This is going to be the biggest dip, and after this you will have 2 more dips. Okay, this is something I have shared in my Telegram VIP as well, but I decided to come live here as well. I posted this yesterday, I think, in my group. Let me just find it. There's so many calls. Yeah, so this is what I posted in my VIP group. I mentioned that the 3 crashes. So this is basically the agenda, and over there I'll keep you guys posted, or maybe even in the free Telegram I'll do that. Wouldn't be a problem, but anyway, but I want to discuss that in detail with you so you guys could ask questions and I can address that. So let's talk about the first tip. The first tip is before the halving, and of course it's a game of probability, and so far if you have been following me, you would have seen that probabilities work pretty much, unfortunately. So the market has shown its true colors, that it's even today, let's talk about Grayscale, the ETF holder selling $2 billion. So this is what I posted in my group. It's called Crypto News Media. I don't know if you guys can see it. This light is bothering. Alexa, good night. Okay.
Okay.
So I think now it's better, but it's getting worse. Anyway, the thing is that Grayscale sold $2 billion, $2 billion worth of Bitcoin after the spot ETF approval. After the spot ETF approval. These are the guys that are getting your ETF journey up. And when you look at it, the way they are behaving and they're doing stuff, Grayscale is number one, by the way. Okay. Thank you, Alice Patrick. I think you are in the Telegram group. I have learned your name. So they have sold $2 billion worth of Bitcoin. Okay. And when it comes to buying, they buy few hundred million. But when it comes to selling, they're selling in billions of dollars. That being said, it pretty much clarifies that who is your friend and who is not. If by now you don't understand, I cannot help it. I'm just a small guy in comparison to Grayscale. Thank you, Selena. And considering this narrative, I think it makes sense that the market drops and then people would have a better opportunity to buy at a better price. And based on historical data, it looks like that mid-February would be pretty much the end of the dip, which means that if it's going to dip, thank you, Michael, if it's going to dip from 60%, 62% to be exact with you, then this dip of 62% will take Bitcoin towards $19,000. It might not do 19, it might settle down at 22. It's not in my control. I'm just telling you what the numbers say, okay? But it is going to go down, that is for sure, okay? First, $40,000 will lose its target zone. I don't know what the hell happened there. When I was making video, it was above 40. I don't know what happened later on. Yeah, it's that it is above 40,100. It dipped to 39,450. So it is holding to the support. This is the last support, and this is going to be the last reaction. So what I'm seeing is that you will have one more rally. I'm thinking that Bitcoin will go to $44,000. A bit of bullishness and last hope that it will give. After this rally, wherever it ends, this time when it comes down, it will not hold on $40,000. It has tested $40,000 a lot. It has tested this, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 times up till now. And I think this is pretty much done. This time, when it comes back to $40,000, it will break it. Your next stop is at 30, and I'm not talking about Bitcoin just. Thank you, Nilavi. I'm talking about everything else, okay? I'm using Bitcoin as the gold standard because what happens to Bitcoin, it happens to the rest of the market. So I'm using the story of Bitcoin to explain the overall market to you, okay? It doesn't mean that I'm just talking about Bitcoin. I'll take your questions as well. And it's so sweet of you guys not to spam it, which is a good thing because I will be able to respond to each of them. So the overall case scenario here is that once it breaks 40, your next stop is at 35 because it will take time. When you lose 35, the next stop is actually very quick, and that is at 32, its previous sweetheart. After it loses 32, 30 doesn't matter. It looks like a psychological support, but it is not. 32 will break hearts because this was one of the most important zones above which Bitcoin stayed its whole life of 2-3 years, and after that it came down below 32. I think it was 2 years life, and then after that it came and it stayed below $32,000 for one whole year, and then we broke out recently. If it loses that, it breaks that hope that, you know, we are back to where we were. So when it happens, it will break below 30 as well, and then we will get into the range of 20s, and that's where the whole game is, right? All this will happen. It will happen in pieces, as I have mentioned. I'm mentioning this for quite a while. I have labeled it as a 2-bomb strategy. I said that the first bomb is very obvious because it drops dramatically, but the second one, it's so awful that you don't get to see what is happening, and it gets you stuck, and you are stuck so much that by the time you realize you are 50% down or more. So that being said, I think mid-Feb it makes sense. 18 Feb, and until then, until 18th of February, it can go down. After that, somewhere it should find itself a bottom, and then maybe towards the end of February, you will start seeing the rise, and then March will be bullish, then April will be bullish. After that, things will have smaller dips, but this will be the last dip, the biggest dip. Now let's talk about other dips. When was the next dip? Yeah, let's talk about peaks actually. So in November you will see the biggest peak this year. So what you get here in the dip, if it's February, March, I don't know where they are going to draw the dip. The peak for this whole year would be in November. After that, you will start seeing a bit of downward trend, but you will not see this back. And the second crash and third crash, I'll make a separate video for it. I have to go back and see the time zone there. What were the times? But the overall rally and story is going to stay till next November. So that's the good part of it. And next November would be pretty much the highest. So whatever the highest you are expecting, you are seeing Bitcoin at $150,000, whatever is your imaginary number you have in your mind, that is going to be next November. This is going to be the sweetheart dip that you will get, and after this you will not get this juicy dip. You will get dips, of course there will be drops of 30-40%, but it will be from a bit higher prices. So whenever it will go down, maybe it will go down to 30 from 50, stuff like that. But it will not be the case scenario where you will get Bitcoin at $19,000 again. And of course, the moment it breaks 22, people will start saying Bitcoin is going to $7,000 again, like they were doing last time. And that's where it will reverse. Now I'll take some comments, okay, and then let's start our discussions. How low the strong resistance is? The strongest resistance is, I think it's at $19,000 or $18,000. It's there. So Bitcoin, I drew it for one of my students. She needs extra help because she has never done graphs. Generally, I don't do that. So I have so many students in my mentorship. But with her, I go a bit far. So we were drawing Bitcoin graph, and so this is an incline, right? So Bitcoin is basically, let's change the color so it's more sexy for you. So Bitcoin is basically jumping on to this thing, and right now let's say it's here. So let's say this was 48, okay, and right now it is sitting at 40, okay. So this is your 40. So this drop that we are talking about and the 19 I'm talking about, it's actually on this line. It's not some stupid figure or something. It can literally go to this line. So this is a trend line, and this line is drawn on a monthly. It's drawn on a weekly and a monthly. It's one of the most strongest lines that you can have in terms of trend lines. Trend lines drawn on 4 hours time, on 1 hour time, they're not so strong. But if something is drawn on a weekly or a monthly, you need to respect that. Thank you, Nilavi. This is my first time, and please don't spend so much money. That's a lot. Then what happens is that this area zone, we have checked it, and $19,000 looks like the most sensible zone. But of course, your stopping is at 22. People don't want to lose 22. This was the last time memory for people as well. They all waited for $22,000 to be accomplished. When it went above 22, everyone was relaxed. I called bull run, and that was 2023. When we went above $22,000, I said, I'm going to come out and take the bullet for it. I posted in my Facebook group. At that time, I didn't have any other communities. I started TikTok in June 2023. So I said, for me, a bull run has started. So above 22, it is a bull run for me. So if it goes back and to 22 and it breaks 22, it will make a lot of hearts shake, even though it will still be on this trend line. You can draw this trend line on your own if you know how it's done. You will see that it can actually come down here. And as it moves forward, this trend line goes higher, which means that the ETF video that I made, I'm going to take comments. The ETF video that I made, which talks about the death of Bitcoin, it is actually because of this trend line as well. It actually makes sense from so many angles. So when you see this trend line, okay, where the Bitcoin is actually on the rise, right? So somewhere in 2024, okay, this might be the range of $80,000, okay? So you will be seeing Bitcoin at $80,000 when it will be jumping on it. it will be at 80, okay? It might be at 50. I haven't checked the price, okay? But the moment when it breaks, this overall trend structure breaks. And when a structure breaks, it means it starts dipping. And as it has never happened ever in life of Bitcoin, Bitcoin has never broken this thing and gone down and stayed there. When it happens for the first time, it will be a new area, a new zone, and new discovery space where people will not be able to figure out where the bottom is, because it would have broken a trend structure where it was only going up. Every low that Bitcoin made was a higher low than the previous one. It went down, but this down is higher than this one. Then when it went up, this down, this low is again higher than that one. So every low was higher than the previous one, so it created higher lows. But when this line breaks, that will pretty much start crashing the market, but that is a 4 years later story. That's not our headache now, but I wanted to explain what did that video mean. And with institutions and everything, you can see how they made Bitcoin slow. In the graph, it looks like gold has achieved so much, but it's only 300% pump in 15 years. And that would be the kind of profit you will be seeing in the market. So for me, it's dead, because we are not in crypto to make 200, 300% profit in 15 years. So that is the death of Bitcoin for me. Anyway, let's look at comments. Okay, Sol won't go below $60. Okay, that would be fantastic. Let's hope that. Thank you for sharing, no problem. Terrible Trader says that's it, I'm liquidating everything now. Oh, don't, there is this one more up left. That's a risky decision, because so my client, she has 2 Bitcoins, okay, she bought them at 65, so that's like 130K. Then she has around $70,000 in Ethereum, so it's a big bag, and I can't touch her Bitcoin because she's in a loss situation. So I don't touch things where you are in loss. I don't take risks, but I take risk on positions where you are in profit. So I'm thinking of swinging the Ethereum. I'm just looking for Ethereum to hold. Last I checked, it broke 2380, which was the resistance, which was the support I had for it. And right now it is trading below that. Unfortunately, it went to 2300. Shit. Okay. So if it goes back up a bit and we see a bit of rally, I'm expecting a bit of rally here. When it goes up, I'm going to basically get her out of Ethereum, and then the drop that we are expecting, then we are going to hold for it. Another interesting fact, before I go back and start reading comments, something that the DCA people don't tell you, unfortunately, who are destroying everyone's life. When $48,000, okay, I'm just using this as an example. I hope you guys can see it, okay. So when this thing, and if it's a mirror, still you can understand. I don't know if it's in a mirror or not. Anyway, when it goes from 48 to 20, okay, let's give it a different color, okay. Let's say it goes to 19, so let's make it 20. Let's make it $20,000, okay. So when it goes to 20, this is a drop of 60%, okay. You can use your calculator and see it would be something like this. I'm just showing you basic math and why you should sell and you should buy and you should not do DCAs. I'm just showing you the disaster of that. But when it is going up, okay, so the drop is 60%, you were smart enough to sell, okay, you sold it, you bought it back at 20. I'm just using a perfect example. You can't do it perfectly. Let's stay to the perfection. From 20, even with your own eyes, you can actually see that this is an increase of more than 100%, because 20 double is 40. And there is $8,000 extra. So we are talking about how much? So if 10 is a 50, 8 would be something around 40. So that's like 140% of increase. So just by selling, not only you have doubled your bag, you have done more than doubling. While the drop only seems like 60%, if you think you are a smart ass and you're not going to sell and you're going to DCA, you're destroying your opportunity of actually more than doubling your bag. Because if you sell here and you buy here, you will double it. But if you hold on and you do DCA, you're not doing anything to yourself. You're just getting stuck. You're sticking more money in. So always remember, when you're going from down to up, the profits, they multiply dramatically. But when you're going from up to down, the max is 100. You can't do more than that, right? So from bottom, the max is not 100. It can be as much as you want. But from top, when you're going down, it is a lot. And this is a basic mathematical concept. Unfortunately, people don't follow anything. And they do DCA, DCA, DCA. You can't do that. So that's why with Ethereum, if the market goes down, if it goes up first and then we sell, and then we buy back in, I'll be able to multiply her Ethereum by 7 times, because just by going back to where we sold, it will be 1.5. So her $70,000 would be around $180,000. And by then, of course, afterwards it's going to go up. So we'll easily hit $1 million with it in the 2-year span. And all of that will happen just because of the fact that she sold. And that's how you can do it. And that's just one example. Okay, bro, what are you saying? Okay, someone is angry. So we're going to wait. Waiting is the game. Hello, Shah, it's good to see you. It's good to see you as well. What do you think? 34K, don't. Lol, this year is super bullish. Okay. By the way, those who are bullish and they're looking for some more data, it's very easy. Go back and see what happened in 2020 before 2021. And then you will understand if this year is bullish or not. And technically, even when you look at the cycles, people who are following cycles, this is not your bullish year. Your bullish year is next year, right? So it's a cycle like this. First, US elections happen. After that, you have a bull run. Go back and check your 2017, check your 2021, and check your 2025. It's always like this. It's like a clockwork they have done, but now we have institutions. The clock will break, but that is for later. Okay, hello dear, which crypto do you recommend to buy and hold? Nothing. Alexa, oh, don't make me say this. Calm down. Okay.
Here's what I found.
Okay, she heard. What do you expect from Bitcoin? What do you expect from Bitcoin halving? I'm expecting a rally, of course. But and then a drop, it will not be as sweet as this one if it happens. Better to lose 30% cashing out an IRA to buy regular Bitcoin or buy spot ETF? This is a complicated question, I think. Better to lose 30% cashing out an IRA. What is an IRA? To buy regular Bitcoin. Oh, you're talking about the taxes part maybe. Better to lose 30% or buy a spot ETF. Okay, so spot ETF is giving you better taxes and not in real life. These kind of things, they don't affect me, so I don't know, because I pay 0 taxes. That's how I live. I live very decentralized, without getting tracked, without taxes, and living a very comfortable life. Yeah, I think the spot ETF, I don't know, but if you could tell me what IRA is, then maybe I will be able to share my brain with you if I understand the topic. I'm not all-knowing. I'm just a regular guy. Perp can give some advice. Perp, can you give some advice? What is perp? Please don't use shorthands. You wouldn't believe it. When I came to Canada, I think that was like 1.5 years ago, I didn't know what Netflix and chill means. And I used that, and then someone came to chill. And then I had to apologize for that. I told them I didn't know what it means. I actually thought it means watching Netflix and chilling out. So if you're using shorthands or terminology, I'm a very stupid guy. I don't know the modern language. You guys say one thing and then you do something else. Hey Shah, for support. Okay, thank you. Will XRP reach $100? If XRP reach $5, we will be done. We will be very happy. We will be the most happy people out there. It will take everything for XRP to hit $5. You are a good dude with great content. Thank you. Just a second. She turned on the TV. Okay. Share the live for more views. Thank you for that. Athens Soul. Yeah, Ethereum, I've mentioned the price. For Solana, I've mentioned it too. Still 40K plus. Yeah, it's a good thing. If Satoshi reveals himself, would it affect the market? Very good question, actually. Yes, it will cause panic in the market. And of course, everyone has their own view. For me, Satoshi is government, so he's never going to reveal himself. The government of US. Uh, I have so many reasons for it, but of course, they all are based on logic. Let's not talk about that. Anyway, if Satoshi is some guy, he reveals himself, you're talking about a guy who is holding 1.1 million bitcoins. Okay, if someone is holding such a big supply, thank you Nilavi, big supply of the coin, you would freak out as well, because if they sell, they alone can bring back Bitcoin to $300. Because if you sell 1 million Bitcoins, you're going to crash the hell out of it. Because the overall liquidity available, if you understand what liquidity is only going to be supportive of the 1 million Bitcoin he has. After that, all of the liquidity will dry out and there will be nothing left in the pool, which is why the graph will dramatically drop. That concept is called price impact, which means that technically it should not go that down, but as the liquidity is not big enough to support it, so the price has to suffer for it, and it affects in the both ends. Let me explain it in a very simple language. So for example, you have a coin that has a market cap of $1 million, so it's sitting at $1 million. Okay, price is irrelevant in crypto, by the way. So let's not argue about that part. So it's sitting at $1 million market cap, and then someone they come and they want to invest $1 million. So if the liquidity available for it is also 1 million, then they buy from the liquidity, and the graph, it doubles. Okay, so 1 million was there, it doubles, it becomes 2 million, it did a 2x. But if the liquidity is only $100,000 and it's not 1 million, then when he buys or she buys $1 million worth of 1 million coin, or the coin that is sitting at 1 million market cap, he invests in $1 million. Instead of doing a 2x, this coin will do a 10x. So it will go 10 times up. So the market cap will go to 10 million instead of 1 million. One thing, the price will go up 10 times. People who are in love with the price, it will go up 10 times. This is called the concept of liquidity and price impact. And it all depends on the liquidity. So when I look at the liquidity of Bitcoin, it can hardly support the 1.1 million Bitcoins that he has. When he sells, he will bring it all the way down. Technically, it shouldn't, but as the liquidity is not there, it will happen. Anything about Solana? Hi sir, what BTC? Mustache from Nilavi, thank you. Do you think alts can rally while BTC drops? No. If the drop is corrective drop, like what we saw from 48 to 44, which was basically you take that money out of Bitcoin, it did rally and awesome. You take that money to the alts, that is where it rallies, okay? And that is called Altseason, where Bitcoin first goes up as a daddy, and then daddy gives his money to the alts by hitting $65,000, then it comes back to 58. That $7,000, it's few $100 billion because it crossed 1.5 trillion at that time. So for example, it goes back to 1.1 trillion. It takes that $400 billion and it gives it to the altcoins, which is a lot of money for altcoins, and altcoins start flying. And then it goes from one altcoin to another, and it flows. All altcoins, they don't travel up together. By now you should have realized it. There is not enough money. So they take turns. And if something pumps and you don't sell, you have pretty much lost your opportunity because it's not going to pump again. And that's bull season. Good coins can have two runs. If something is extremely big, famous, they have some stupid army behind it, it can have two runs. The second run is always very questionable. Always try to get out in the first run. Ask people who bought Solana at $100 how they feel now. Okay, and they didn't sell at 126. Many people will panic again if drop below 40K, while me, I will be buying. This is exactly what I showed about the me buying concept. Don't be this person. Because you can literally double, triple your bag by actually selling. So wait till it goes below 37K. Wait for it to break successfully under $40,000. Successful breaking is going below it and staying there for more than 8 hours. My usual concept. If you watch my video, you would know. Hey Shah, Nick here. Oh, hi Nick. Do you think intellect can make a big difference for crypto? Yes, it's my project. I'm launching my crypto project. Of course, I would say that kind of stuff for it. But at the end of the day, I am going to draw a line. Look, from intellect, I'm going to do a lot of things. One of the utilities I have not disclosed, but it's only 300 people here. I can disclose it. Thank you for the heart. I'm actually going to introduce financial recorders in the market. There will be financial reports, detailed 40 to 50 pages, which will have narratives and financial data of their employees, their salaries, their expenses, their income, which will basically make everyone naked for you, which will show you how is actually a crypto performing. You will see who is faking it till they make it and who is actually making it. You will realize that DYDX is more sustainable and more profitable than Solana, than XRP, than all these big giants, than Polkadot, and no one knows about DYDX. So all these hidden heroes, thank you Nilavi, all these hidden heroes, they will start coming out because you will realize that they're making hundreds of millions of dollars a year, and then you will see that XRP is making $700,000 only. So it's going to draw a very big line, and of course intellect has 19 utilities. It is going to do so much other stuff apart from this, but with this I'm going to come up with a stick in the market, and it's going to be like a quote where people will be held accountable, and of course it's not going to be legally binding. It's just that there will be reports out, then people would need to come out and they would need to explain. If they think it's otherwise, they would need to provide information, and I'm going to have that kind of authority in the market because I'm going to have a lot of investors with me. That crypto project is going to grow and is going to be a whole different level of game where we'll finally have some kind of sense in the market, and we would pretty much try to avoid Luna kind of situation. We would try to avoid any dramatic crashes, because we would see how good or bad a business is doing. Of course, nothing is perfect, but at least it will give you an idea. And those people who fall for the stuff without understanding, because a lot of people don't understand what is layer 1, layer 2 technology, right? Or what is proof of work. You know, when they talk about these technologies and stuff, people are just buying. Thank you, Nilavi. That is so much gifting, Nilavi. You need to stop. The overall concept that people have, they don't understand. They just buy because everyone is talking about it. Like I was talking to my friend, that's why I got late for this live. He was talking about Moon River. His friend in Australia told him that, buy Moon River. He went and bought the Moon River. He made 300% on it. He invested $100, so he didn't make much. But the thing is that is what happened to him, and that's how he made money, and that is how people do crypto. You don't do financial markets like that. You need to be more sensible than this. Your decisions should be based on something. This is not magic money, and it's not that hard to understand, and that is what I'm going to do. Okay, bull run. Okay, Gautier Shah is a Satoshi. Please upload this live video to your YouTube page. I wish I could. Yeah, that's a good idea actually. Nice. Yeah, because it gives me an option to download and I can upload. Will it do me a harm? Yeah, it discloses my utility, but no one watched my video, so that is good actually. Okay, we will do that. Thank you for the suggestion, KM Zadran. That was a nice one actually. Please mention about Luna Classic. What exactly? Luna is going through its own phase, but I think they are the government and the other entities are coming together trying to bring it back to action. So I think in the longer run, Luna Classic might do well. Okay, follow the creator. Thank you for that. What are you using? What exactly? This is a Z Fold phone. This is a Note. They don't make them anymore. What else? This one. This is a DJI mic, microphone. It looks like this. It's a wireless. I hope I have answered the question. I don't know what were you saying. My imaginary number is 87K. What is that? What happened to GME today? 60% down. Maybe it decided to go down first. GME. Oh my God, it's been a while watching from Macau. Yes, it is good, Dad. It's good to see you. I'm working on my project. Crypto project is taking so much time of mine. I didn't make videos for 3 days on top of it. I'm so sorry for that. Now, good time to buy XRP? No, wait for better time. If you're trying to trade, fine, but it needs to break above 57 cents to show that it is getting bullish. Otherwise, that is your resistance now. That is how it looked like when I was making video this morning. Is Bitcoin going to crash further? If 40K breaks, yes. Otherwise, if 40K is holding, it's going to 44. Better to give up 30% of IRA and buy regular Bitcoin, or buy Bitcoin, or buy spot ETF. I don't get this, but what IRA is, I think, but just to answer, stay away from the spot ETFs. ETFs are going to get manipulated later on. Yes, people say they are under regulation, they are under check, people are going to audit it. Go and study the case of this biggest American disaster. It was called Enron, 2001, electric company, and they were getting audited by the Big Five. So there were Big Five audit firms at that time. Now we have Big Four: Deloitte, Ernst & Young, KPMG, and EY. Ernst & Young, okay, EY, Deloitte, KPMG, and there is another one, the ugly one, PwC, PricewaterhouseCoopers. They are the 4 biggest auditors in the world. Thank you, Ru. And there was this 5th one, I forgot the name. So they audited Enron for a longer period of time, and no one caught fraud. Auditor's job is not to catch fraud. This is unfortunately something people who don't study accounts and finance, they don't know that, but it is written in the disclaimer. If someone has bothered reading it, it is the manager and the people who are running the company. It's their job to catch the fraud. It is not auditor's job. Auditor only receives the information and then responds on that information, whatever they have received. If they have not received information that is fraudulent, they will not say anything. They will not do anything because it is not their job. So if ETF people issues more ETF than they have Bitcoin, there is no stopping of it. And that will happen, and it has happened in gold as well. So you relying on them, thinking that there is some kind of scrutiny and some kind of check and balance, that is going to be very, very hopeful situation. Rakib says, Salam brother, Walaikum Salam. You are saying scary things. I should stop saying What do you think about Evermoon token? Maybe it's mooning. I haven't heard about them. Nilavi sent the train. I would check this train. It must have costed you a limb. Thank you for that. What do you think? Evermoon, okay. Do you ever use the 2 weeks? Do you ever use the 2 weeks? What 2 weeks? I forgot the context, sorry. When do you think we will see Bitcoin below 30K? First, it's going to be in pieces. I mentioned 40, 35, 32, and then 30, it's not going to stay at 30. Then it will go down. When will the bull run end? Next November, not this one. Shalom, shalom. I think it means hi. Thanks to friends. Salam brother, hope you're okay. Walaikum assalam. Hi, how are you? I'm good. Used Faisal. Look, there is a Shah in the start, there is a Shah in the end. I gave you 2 Shahs. Still you go for the middle of my name. It's okay, it's okay. You don't know, you're not on my Facebook, so you don't know. But people use first name, last name. Generally people don't go for middle names. How much have you made from crypto? I haven't made anything. I'm just here trying to make money from the views and the gifts. You think we are still in the bull run, bro? Oh yes, definitely we are. It doesn't matter what happens, it is a bull run. Even if it goes down. So made a new all-time high, but Bitcoin will keep going down. Not a new all-time high. Your all-time high was 65,000 or 69,000, something like that, right? So new all-time high in this 13 months, yes. Crypto is haram? No. Crypto is like stock. When you buy a crypto, you are taking part of ownership of that company. How they perform is going to have an impact on the price. A very simple logical coin. I will give you two examples. One is Binance. So Binance, when they make money, they don't care about the investors. They invest $500 million every 3 months in their own coin, and then they destroy it, which increases the price. Okay, so it's a concept again from stock market. Ethereum, they invest $15 million every day in their own coin. They buy it and then they destroy it. So when you look at these companies, those who are profitable and have money, they do all these. How the hell did it go all the way down? Seriously, I didn't even touch it. Anyway, I'll find where you were about the crypto haram. Anyway, so when people are making money, they're buying their own crypto and they are doing everything, and that's why you can see how stabilized BNB is trying to stay, and they're doing so much for it, right? And they have the money to do it. Same is the case scenario with Ethereum. They do everything to make it happen. But when you look at companies that are broke, like XRP, that makes $700,000, that is 7 people's salary, and they have 650 employees. How do people like that survive? They survive by selling their coins. So they have the biggest supply of the coin. They sell it every month, and that's how they're paying for the bills and everything, and they're surviving. And that's pretty much the case scenario with so many of their coins. I'm not going to take names, but when you dig deep, you find out all that crap that they're doing, and you pretty much understand how they're playing the game. But it is not haram because it's a stock market. You are investing in stocks. So if stocks are haram, then this is haram too. Okay, where the hell was the cop? There is crypto. I found him. ICP can go to $100. You sound like my student in Germany. You are saying that he's going to go big on ICP. He's so bullish. It's always fun. It's always fun. How are you, Faisal? I'm good, brother. Okay. How low can Sol go? I think I said 38. But that's the lowest. If you are so obsessed with Solana, buy it somewhere around 50. If you don't want to lose on it, at least it will not be that down then. At least you will buy it, and even if it goes to 38, it will be a drop of $12 for you. Not that dramatic, even though it will be big enough. Can you kindly summarize? Missed a lot of the live. I'll post it on YouTube. Someone suggested that it's a good idea. So go to my YouTube. It's my full name. And the full video will be there. I'll actually ask my he will not be able to tag it. It will be punishing him if I ask him to timestamp it. Yeah, watch the video. Thank you, Dia. Any reason why BTC would dump? Why not? What is good right there in the market? Your interest rate went from 3.1 to 3.4. Everything else that was supposed to be bullish is done. There is nothing left in the market to keep the market bullish, right? So why should it stay bullish is the question, right? But we don't know exactly if it will ever go back to 20. We don't know exactly, but it will drop dramatically for sure. It might not be 20, but I'm just waiting for the 40K to break. People thought it will not go to 40. It did. It went to 39,000 today. And it went from 48. Okay. So it will happen. People will stay in this, what is this thing called? Denial. People will stay in denial. That's okay. It's not my first time. And every time it goes down, they will say it's only 30%. It's only 40%. But 40% from down is 100% from bottom. So it is dramatic. DCA is not recommended. Carlos, I have a concept of pyramid DCA. It's on my YouTube and here as well. You can find it. If you can't do anything, then at least use pyramid DCA. Don't do DCA, okay? I should have called it something, but I call it pyramid DCA because that way, at least when you're buying, you're not buying all of it together. So I'm just going to briefly touch on it. So for example, you're so much in love with something, you buy 10% of that here, you buy 40% of that here, and you increase as you go down. This way, when you're buying it, you're not buying all of it here. And for example, if it was Bitcoin, you bought it at $40,000 here, and then person like me said 19,000, and you say 19 doesn't sound good, let's talk about 22. So as it goes down from $40,000 to $22,000, your majority of buying is 40% of the buying is at 22, 10% is at 40. So even though you screwed up, your screw up will be fixed 4 times by the lower buy, because you bought 10% in the top, 40% down there. It fixes the hell out of it. That's why this approach of DCA is way effective in comparison to the other DCA methods that people unfortunately talk about. But I still don't recommend DCA. But if you want to use, you make me helpless, then at least use a pyramid. And the video explains it in a way better manner. Okay, can you kindly summarize? Okay, I've done this. Thank you, TM, for the first love. It might be my first gift. Oh, or it's your first gift. I don't know, but thank you. I don't receive gifts, so I'm not so knowledgeable. Can you kindly summarize the live? Okay. This is exactly what I've been doing without anyone telling me. That's awesome. Whatever it is. That's so nice to see you live. Thank you, Ru. When exiting, is it good to hold in USDT? Of course, that's exactly what I'm saying. Thank you, Nilavi. People do DCA because we never know the exact lowest. Yeah, but the thing is that you don't need to find exact lowest, right? So 48 was the top, you didn't know, but 44 was very obvious. 19K is a low, you don't know, buy it at 25K. Who is stopping you from buying at 25? Why do you want to sit with it from 44 all the way down towards 25 just because you don't know the bottom? I always say you don't need to be an expert to do well, you just need to find directions. If the direction is clear that it is going down, then where you buy doesn't matter that much, because you would have sold and you would buy back again and you would have fixed some of the problem that is there. People who do DCA, they are getting stuck with it more and more because they make money outside and they put it in. They're not able to utilize their own money and they're not able to double it. You can actually roll your bag and double it and triple it very easily. You think BTC dropped to 22K? I'm hoping so. Where do you see Sol? Where do you see Sol? I think 38 is what I said, but you can buy anywhere. Like he said, no one knows the bottom, so buy it at 50, 55. 55 is the drop, by the way, which is pretty much obvious in the graph. And 89 was the thing that was stopping it, and that thing is gone now. Thank you, TM. But how can you predict the local top? Why not? The overall economy and the sentiments and the previous data, go and analyze it and you will see it. What's the bottom BTC? What about Solana and DOT? I really appreciate your info. Thank you. No problem. Just tell us about the dips, please. I did. Please explain again. On ledger transferring to exchange as you speak. On ledger transfer. Paul, be careful. There's one more rally left. Let it go up and then get an exit. Like I mentioned that with Ethereum, we are sitting. She's in profit, in good profit. But the thing is that I'm expecting one more rally. When that rally happens, wherever it goes, and you want to take chances on your own decision, don't hold me by the collar. I share what I think based on what I have done from 2016 until now. That is what I think. So if you want to sell, then once it goes up, sell there. You will get a better price and at exit, and then you just sit and wait and you chill out. The chilling out time period from bottom to the recovery is only going to be a month. It's not going to be this bad because the drop is going to take like 2 months. It's already been a week that I'm talking about it, and we have like 4 weeks left, kind of, yeah. So like 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks. So that's pretty much it. Please explain again what month will be bullish. Closer to the Thank you, TM. Closer to the March, April, closer to this thing, halving is going to be bullish. Bro, what are your thoughts about Ether? I haven't heard about them. AETHR. I don't know. Won't it be better now to DCA? No. This is going to be a disaster. Shall I sell my XRP? Okay, cannot give you this kind of advice. Cannot give you any financial advice. I need to have a certificate here from the government of Canada to become a financial advisor. And then that means I will become someone like in the bank. Where you go, they tell them I'm going to give you 4% return annually on your balance. Thank you, market.ca, markets.ca. Okay, that's like Canada. If this is your domain, markets.ca, then this is one sexy domain. Okay, thank you for all the roses. That's a lot. You can stop. Kindly advise on the coins to buy for the bull run. Oh, let it drop, then I'll give you the list. I'll give you a lot of names, and all of them, they will go up, and then everyone will say, look, Shah was right. They wouldn't understand that I just caught the bottom, and even a dog from the street can come and put his hand on any coin and they will go up. It's that stupid. But anyway, I'll come here and I'll put the names and I'll tell you that, this coin is going to do 5x and 10x, and then I'll use that video for marketing purposes. I'll say that, look how amazing I was. I told you buy these coins, and look where they are now. People fall for these kind of things, unfortunately. Please listen to him, guys. He's the Nostradamus of crypto. Please talk about the market crash. Will Sol go to? Thank you so much, markets.ca. I think that's too much. It's very kind of you. I don't come here for the gifts. I come here because I love what I do. And that's why if you watch my videos, I don't ask people to subscribe or anything. Or I don't tell you to share it or press the heart button. I appreciate those who are clicking it. But that's not my game. I'm well off. So I don't need to survive on this. Will Sol go to 150? Sorry, I just joined. How do you think BTC and ETH will go now? I've explained it. I'll post it on YouTube as well. Are you watched by the FBI? Someday they will come after me, I'm sure. By that time, I'll leave Canada. I'm here for the passport, just to get my life easy, to have access to PayPal, Stripe, and other stuff, registering businesses, Amazon, and other things. It's really difficult when I'm doing business because I do businesses. So things become problematic for me, and I needed a passport. Being an Afghan, that didn't help, and being an Afghan, people don't listen to you actually. Now when I say I'm in Toronto, people sit and they listen. If I say I'm in Kabul, Afghanistan, they think I'm someone stupid. And it's just been 1.5 years, and that's how the world operates. When they see a passport, all of a sudden you're not a terrorist. And you are this intelligent, smart person. But anyway, that's how stupid our world is, but I'm fixing that part. Okay, what will happen with BNB? It will go down like the rest of the market. Okay. Follow the live. Shah, how are you? Question, any suggestion to buy coins? Which ones? Please advise. I'll give you the list. Let the market crash first. Where do you see the market going? I've explained. Going down. Take it 50% from here for easy math. Will XRP go to zero due to the new supercomputers in... Oh, no. No. What are your thoughts on Ether, Litecoin? Sorry, I just joined. How low do you think Bitcoin can go? I must have explained it even after you joined. Wait for the pump, then sell half of the bag. Yeah, that's a good risky approach as well. Like it's a good one from Mike. If you think that you don't want to take that kind of a risk, once it pumps a bit and you think it might not go that low, but you still don't want to miss, sell half, keep the half. If it goes up and you made bad decision by selling it, and if it actually goes down, you sold half, you still took some part in this drop, and then you can double that back as it goes down, and you would be happy about it. So I have a video called it's a risk appetite. There are three types of human beings: risk seekers, risk neutral, and risk averse. Risk averse are the people who don't take any form of risk. They want to be away from it. Risk neutral, that are 50-50. Risk seekers are those who want to take high amount of risk, like sell all and then get out. Risk neutral would be someone like Mike, who sells half, keeps the half. And risk averse would be person who is so concerned that, what if I sell and it goes up, and they don't want to do anything. They will not sell, and they will just sit and hold and hold and hold. That is a risk neutral. And that is why these people don't make so much money, because they don't take risk, because risk to reward ratio is a formula, and it comes with the kind of character that you carry, and it's not good or bad. Everyone is different. They have a different financial situation going on in their life. So there is nothing good or bad about being risk averse or being super good about risk seeker. Everything comes with its own problems and advantages. How much is the range of your net worth? I would think minus $2,000, something like that. When should we sell? In coming days. And wait for the dip. What are your thoughts on Ether? This guy is promoting Ether. Guys, look at AETHIR. He's commenting so much. Can you explain wormholes if possible? Wormholes, if it's related to space, I have no idea. I have a friend. I have a brother, not friend. He's in Norway. He's Ukraine national. He loves space and he reads about it, so he would know about wormholes. I don't do. For me, I joke about it. For me, space is the gossip material of men, where they sit and they talk about how far is sun from the earth and how far is this from that. My simple question has always been that if I live on this planet without knowing how far the sun is, what kind of impact it will have on my life? And the answer is none. Space is good for chit chat, but in our real life, it has zero impact whatsoever. You might be more knowledgeable on space than me, but the thing is that it has zero impact on our life. It doesn't affect your life to begin with. The only argument that daughter of a scientist, she presented, she said that, the weather forecast and everything, space plays a role in it. That was the maximum advantage that she could bring to the table. But apart from that, no one has a good answer for it. Elon Musk, of course, says asteroid and meteoroid is coming and hitting the world and we are going to Mars for that. That kind of shit story you can come up with, but that is the only story that you can do. Apart from that, space doesn't play any role in your life. I mean, might be in the future, but it doesn't affect you and me. We have our different problems. We have to feed our problems, feed our families, give them better life, be the change in our neighborhood, in our society. That's what we are trying to do. So I don't know anything about wormholes because it takes time. I'm focusing on the other part of the world, which is helping people grow financially, and I study it every day for multiple hours. Thank you, market.ca. You have given me, 200 or 300 roses. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you, John. John as well, John Ash. What's the bottom around Solana? What's the new supercomputer invented? Undermine crypto. I think they will find a solution for it. Yes, it affects the blockchain. When we talk about quantum computers can reverse blockchain. In theory, I don't know if they can actually reverse the blocks. Thank you, TM. But I don't know if it actually works. But every problem has a solution, and this is an ever-growing space. Whenever there are problems, they will find solutions for it as well. So don't worry. Once quantum computers becomes a problem, those who are working on blockchain, they will have solutions for it. Can you explain again the drawing on your phone? I have video on it. You can actually go and watch that video. It just takes a little bit of effort. Will near be good? Everything will be good. Let things go down. IRA is a retirement fund. Oh, okay. IRA is a retirement fund. If I cash out, I pay 30% taxes. But if I move it to a traditional, okay, so you need to be extremely careful. And of course, this is not a financial advice, but it is going to be like a financial advice. So I would be extremely careful with the thing that I will suggest. If you are going to touch your retirement fund, touch it when you see Ethereum going below $2,000, okay? Below $2,000, if you buy it anywhere, because you might not be able to time it, try to get closer to 1500, okay, and then just buy Ethereum. There's so many coins with so much potential and all that bullshit. Yes, but I don't want retirement funds to get into trouble, right? I don't want you to be in that kind of problematic zone. So once you see it somewhere around 1500, okay, the lower you get, the better. Of course, you need to time it because you are dealing with the government structure. Sending money in and getting the crypto, it takes multiple days. That's why I do things in decentralized manner, but that's a far away thing, stay away from it. Do it in the legitimate manner, take the money out, then buy it, and then just sit and wait. You need to understand that you need to hold this for 2 years. So you're going to wait for next year, and next year, closer to November or whenever you saw that you have tripled your money or you have made 4 times, whatever is satisfactory, don't just sit and hold. Sell it and never buy back again. That is what you can do with your retirement funds, and it's good. Just go all in on one, and that is Ethereum. It's something you can trust. It's as good as Bitcoin. It's the second biggest market cap. So people would take it, and it's worth taking the risk if you are getting into crypto. And the return on it is going to be a bit better than Bitcoin. Bitcoin cannot do that kind of return for you in terms of flipping. But Ethereum will do it. So from the risk perspective, this is the risk averse situation, which is not so risky. And I assume you are a person who has a little bit more age. That's why you have retirement fund and you want to touch it. Though, yeah, that could be a good way around it. Where do you see the crypto market going in the next few days? Next few days is what I'm talking about, that if $40,000 holds, it will go up. So we should see a bit of bullishness in the market. Good content by brother, thank you. Or maybe you're talking about someone, Brader. If he's good, go and follow Brader. I haven't watched someone. How much more do you think XRP will drop? XRP can go back to, if it loses 48 cents, you were talking about the 20s and 30s. So it's going to be like that. But we will see how things go. 48 cents is a very strong support for XRP. XRP always controls it. It has controlled it for multiple months. XRP doesn't want to lose that. Bro, what are your thoughts on Ether? Salam. Bro, you okay? Yes, I am. Mohammed Rahman. He's one of my students from UK. I don't have a meeting with you today. I have another one, but not with you. I have to check my calendar. Do you see a big drop for altcoins? Yes, if the Bitcoin drops, altcoin will. But we are hoping for a rally first. Okay, Bongcoin. Let's not talk about shitcoins at this stage. They could reset money with it. What frutos should we invest as of today? What frutos? Are you talking about cryptos? If you're trading, invest. If you're an investor, don't invest unless you want to take this small ride for a few percent. Then yeah, you can get in and then you can ride it from 40 to 44K. You will see alts going up with it as well. I don't know how does this thing go dramatically all the way down on its own. Damn it. How do you connect DJI mic with your phone? Because it has a phone capability. It has this thing for iPhone as well. I don't use iPhones. So this one is for iPhone. You can connect it to an iPhone as well. And you can do two-way communications as well. It's somewhere around $500 Canadian. Not very expensive. But this is the second best mic out there. I think the first one is for $12,000, something like that. So the range was big. I didn't go for the first. I thought, let's settle for the second. What do you think about RA? RA is a good coin. No problem with it. It's famous from 2021 up till now. Who the hell is this? Our driver is on way to pick up the laundry. What the hell? I told them to pick my laundry at 2. Ish. If he comes, I have to get up and give my laundry. Basically, people help me. Of course, I pay them. They take my laundry, they wash it, they fold it, then they bring it back. Then I have another guy. He comes in and he irons them, fixes my home, cleans it, and that kind of stuff. So they always stick to the timetable, but it's 4:41 p.m. now. He's coming. Generally, he comes at 2 p.m. But anyway, I received a message, so I'm just letting you in advance. Hope you are doing well. You get well soon. Your PR. Oh, I have PR. I came as a PR. That's the beauty of having qualification. I applied as a skilled labor. I had two options, one to invest, one to come as skilled labor. Both options give me passport in 3 years. This is the fastest way to get a passport. Everything else take time, more time, or it's pretty much same. So I came through the skilled labor, which didn't cost me anything. I just proved it to them that I have master's degree. I have worked for how many years now? So 9 years with the United Nations, and I think I've worked for 16, 17 years now. So I had a long history of work life. I have done all these qualifications. I was a good labor force for them. So they said, good stuff, let's bring him in. So they added me to their slaves list. Is crypto.com a good place to buy? No, that's horrible. Try to get an account on Mexc, MEXC. It's a no KYC platform. Use a VPN even if you are in US. Get an account there without documents and then send your crypto there and you can buy so many coins without headache. Mohammed Rahman says, you are very intelligent indeed, my brother. I wish, but thank you. Sir, you are an Afghan. Love you, sir. Thank you. Yes, I am Afghan. Do you talk about the prices in CDN or dollar? I talk about US dollars. The whole world runs on American dollars and we all report to the highest power. So everything I say, every market that I look at, every interest rate that I talk about, every economical crash that I talk about, it's always about US. Twix says, hello Shah. Hello Twix. What do you think about the bra? I've mentioned it. Should we sell everything now? Wait for the market to go up, then if you want to sell, do it. Sorry, came in late. I will give you the video on YouTube. You can watch it. Can we see ETH make rally first before correction? That is what I'm hoping. That is what I'm holding on to as well for my client as well. It was at 2,500 something when we talked. When did I talk? It was yesterday. Yesterday was Sunday, right? Yeah, today's Monday. So yeah, it was yesterday. We discussed it. Today's down actually. It was 2,500. It was 2,400 something actually. So we discussed it. So we are hoping it will go back up, and once it goes up, then we'll sell. What do you think about XRP? What exactly? What do you think about Renda? Good project, but you need to be specific about it. Pyth target for 2025. Thank you, holy shit. Your name is very funny. Pyth, I'm hearing about it from people. I have no idea. I don't know how to exchange. What's the top 3 coins you will be buying this crash? What would I buy? I would see, but I'm a risk seeker. I go for projects that are under $100 million market cap. So my buying and your buying is going to be very different, and it's going to be very risky. So it's going to be a whole different kind of case scenario, because you can't do multiple X's with bigger market cap for obvious reasons. But with projects that are under 100 million, you can expect them to do better. But of course, you need to know how to find a good project. Otherwise, you will end up buying a scam. Please talk about market crash. I did for quite long. Which one is the best platform? It depends. The best platform is of course Binance, but no one has access to it. Nice soul video. You did good. Thank you. Carry on. That's a nice name you have. Any thoughts on Bonk? Bonk. Oh, I have made a video. You can watch that. What do you think of Mint Layer? I never heard of them. Bunny Rabbit shared the live. Okay, top 3. So you don't buy any coins? Oh no, I don't buy. I do swings. but I don't buy and marry coins. I don't like that kind of approach. I have been in marriage with coin, with Ethereum. Thank you, markets.ca. I bought Ethereum when it was for $30 or something. I bought few thousand Ethereums in 2016. I didn't sell in 2017, and that was a very nasty marriage. And in 2020 I bought again for $35,000 at 130, and that bag went to close to $900,000, just that in 2021. And I think around April I sold everything. So I got out of the market, and after that I learned how to stay away from marriages, because this concept of is very misleading. Everyone has fallen for it, including me. Hold this for 10 years, hold this for 5 years. I mean, fuck that shit. And sorry for my language. You can actually swing it, and you can, if you hit $1 million, you can make 5 million just by swinging it, and it's not that hard. And I mean, yeah, it's very obvious, but I don't know why people do that. Just bought Polkadot, let's go to the moon. What do you think about Ra, Spy Target? Please, anything about Solana? I think the sun is local and very close. Moon is a reflection of our planet within the dome. You're talking about the concept of flat earth. Okay. I have nothing against flat earthers, by the way. I respect people who come and they present their opinions. I'm okay with it. Sometimes I actually do enjoy watching the video. There was this guy, he made a 1 hour video on flat earth, and I watched every second of it. I loved what he was saying, and it was really fun. It doesn't mean that you need to believe something to watch something. You wouldn't believe something, you will still watch it. And I'm a Muslim, but I have grown up in a Catholic school. So, and I have studied a lot of religions actually. So I know Hinduism, Sikhism, Buddhism, and Christianity in a lot of depth, because I've studied Bible. I was in a Christian school. The name of the school was Cathedral High School. There we had a bishop and it had a church. So I was doing everything that a person do. So I studied it in depth. Thank you, markets.ca. So with flat earth, it's always fun to listen to them, what they're presenting as opinion. Speaking of Musk, what do you think about Doge and Shiba? You did see the reaction. Musk, they talked about X payment. Doge had a reaction of 8%. If it was 2021, the reaction would have been 200, 300%. But those days are gone. People need to understand. Thank you, Lakeside. It's good to see after such a long time. People need to understand that the way people used to react to these kind of things is changing. People are getting desensitized. They're not as sensitive to it as they were before. And that's why when a bullish tweets like that goes, still the reaction on the Doge was only 8%, even though everyone was screaming that Doge is the payment that they're going to use. Yeah? My cat just woke up. He sleeps in the tree and somewhere else sometimes. Anyway, space is fake. Nothing against space. So don't you buy any coin right now? Oh no, no, I will be waiting. I have one coin that I actually have for a swing. It's called Polka Starter. I am on 2.5 times profit, so 250% profit. I am in their top 10 holders, so I have a very big bag. I have it for a swing. So it's down. It was on a 3x. I didn't think the market would turn around on it earlier. So the rest of the market stayed up. It was at 1.1. It came to 0.8. I'm just waiting for it to go a bit up, and I'll sell that and I'll have my swing with it. But that's pretty much it. And I have that coin for other reason. If you understand the IDO, you would understand why I have it. Hi Shah. Today is a listen day. Thank you, Amy. What do you think about Ra? Top 3 coins. What about Solganic or Beam? Beam, I see it a lot on Twitter. Solganic, I don't know. Everyone is talking about Beam, and Beam had its massive rally. Thank you for your info. Seems like very sensible information. Thank you, Ricardo. Okay. IRA for crypto does not incur tax. on its gains, just for your information. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. We dumping more to come. Yeah. Okay, got stuck with Solana last bear at 140. Any advice? What were you doing when it was at $8? What happened to all that concept of DCA and stuff? If you didn't have money, then fine. I wouldn't blame you. And you didn't sell it at 126, I wouldn't blame you for that either. I wouldn't sell either. I mean, selling at a loss is a risky move. So otherwise, yeah, you should have done a DCA at 8, 10, 20, 30, 40, somewhere. Because Solana will go to 300, 400, whatever people are talking about, and it will go back to $2, $3. So make sure you don't have a marriage with it. It's a not profitable business unless they could do something with their mobile phone industry or something else. They find ways to make money. Right now, it's a loss-making business. Last I checked for 2023, they were in $10 million loss. Waiting to buy more bags when market drops. Okay. No sound. Really? I'm talking for no reason. What do you think about Manta, Sheep, Solgonomic, Manta, Sheila? That's my another cat that is making sounds. Can I join your mentorship program? Kanishka, unfortunately, the classes that I have, which is $2,000 for 6 months of education, I have closed them because I don't have time. So I have 2 classes only. And the only one that is open, that is expensive, it's $10,000 for 6 months. And it's one-on-one mentorship. But it's not affordable for everyone, and I don't know how valuable I will be for you. It's generally people who have $500,000, $1 million, $200,000, $300,000, that kind of bag, they generally go for it. So think about it before getting involved with someone like me, because you should consider the value for money, right? If you are paying me $10,000 and your bag is $50,000, that doesn't make sense. It's like me stealing your money. So see you tomorrow. Okay, our class is tomorrow. So we changed it to Tuesdays. I need to update the calendar. He is on my one-on-one. What do you think about Manta? I'm seeing it in news these days, in shitcoin space as well. I do a lot of shitcoins, decentralized coins. I don't know how you call it. Some people call them gems, but a shitcoin is a shitcoin. A bonk, it's a living example of it. Or Shiba, someone who is mentioning it right now. What do you think about XRP? Would it hit the moon? If they don't settle with SEC, XRP is not going to hit anything. They really need to get rid of SEC. And how do you know they have gotten rid of SEC? When SEC comes out and they say, we are done with XRP, thank you so much, all this thing is settled, then XRP will hit $1 and then it will start going up. Okay. Thoughts on CeeLo? Okay, what do you think about BRA? This guy is obsessed with BRA. Is it true that XRP will the base of the world financial? No. That no one has tested that software. It's like, it's like I've created a computer software and I make all these claims and I go around and I make partnerships with everyone, and no one in this world has actually tested that system to begin with. No one has seen that thing in action. First, they need to go and test that thing in action. Let's see how it works out. Then I will sell everything I have, including my kidneys, to buy XRP with you. The thing is that all this stuff is right now a fairy tale. We have not seen how it works. And there is a possibility that everything that is so hyped up, when it comes to action, it doesn't work. Google is a living example of it with its AI technology. They came up with BARD, they showed it publicly, and then their stock market dropped by $5-6 billion because it was shit. Later on, they came back and they created a new name for it, some girl name or something. They said super awesome, they made a video. They came out, then TechCrunch, another technology company, they proved it that the video that Google had shown, it was actually edited, it was fake. And then again, Google share dropped. You need to understand all these big talks, all these big people. It doesn't mean that there's something good. Big giants, big people, they die too. Nokia is a living example of it. In camera industry, you have Kodak that died as well. A lot of people go down. The thing is that we need to see XRP in action, and only then I can say XRP is doing something. Otherwise, they're making with their existing APIs, they're making $700,000 a year while they're paying hundreds of millions of dollars in salary. It looks like a very bad joke. Thoughts on Cello? What do you think about Raw, Shiba? Thoughts on Cello, Beam, Render? Brother, what do you think about Quant? Have you ever looked at LRC? Is this the project that is like, oh, that is RLC, not LRC. No, I have not looked at it. Okay, RLC, Flux, and Render, they all, and Clore, all of these 4 projects have same niche and same space. I went with Clore because it was a smaller market cap. What chat is he reading? I don't see any of the comments he's reading. Okay, I must be dreaming. You trade spot or future? I don't trade. I sometimes do swings, and that is generally on spot because the bag is big. I don't need to do futures. Sometimes I do futures when I'm just trying to enjoy. Like I have future open on short on 67 cents on Cardano. So when it went to the top, it actually broke everything I had mentioned. And then people in comments, they were attacking me. So I was really angry with it. At that time, I opened the short. I call it a revenge short. And that short is still open. It's opened with a 75x. So right now, it must be 2000% or something. It's really down. And I'm keeping it open. But generally it is for fun or something. Please talk about market crash. Gala running. Gala, see their lawsuit. Everyone talks about Gala. No one bothers coming here and telling me what happened to their lawsuit. Did they settle it? Is it fixed? Who is going to run the company now? How can I join your mentorship program? You think Solana gonna touch 105 again in 2 months? Oh no. How high can I CP go? Adrian, hi, how are you? I'm good, Adrian, thank you. Come to South Africa, please. Definitely, I have someone from here who has joined my community as well in Telegram. Her name is Chantel. She has invited me, so if I come, definitely I'll meet you guys there. It is actually one of the places I want to go to. I have never been to Africa, so that's a continent I want to explore. Australia, maybe. I have a lot of good friends in Australia, but Africa is a bigger agenda for me. It's a bigger place. I think it is getting dark now. It's only 5 o'clock. Is it too shallow? Okay, now I look more white than I should be. Anyway, I'm not this white. Hello sir, how can I join your mentorship? Hello Shah, you are such a nice person. I want to be a student and learn a lot. Do you think altcoin crash in the next? What is Tether not affected by the drop? Are you talking about USDT? That is one Tether I know. Are you talking about some other Tether? Where are you from? Toronto, Canada? I live in, what is this place? It's a stolen name from New York. It's North York. I'm in North York. Do you think holding Manta is good? I don't know about it. Okay, Jean Perrin, BTC will drag everything down. Yes. What do you think about helium? Helium, it's suffering from overinflation. They have these mines which is producing helium every day. So the overall tokenomics of it, so the creation is more than the burning, which is why the price is dropping. They need to fix this thing and then it will be fixed. Something that Cake decided to do and they have fixed it. It's my cat and it's their mother, and if you hear one more sound, that is my cat's litter box. It's in action right now. And if you are hearing the heater sound, I can turn it off. Just let me know, even though it's too late. What mobile do you use for crypto? I use 2 mobile phones for crypto. I use one majorly, but for this kind of stuff, I use a Z Fold 3 and a Z Fold 5. And for my hand, I use this Note 10 Plus. It's a 3-year-old phone. It's light, so that's why it's in my hand. The other 2 phones, they open. So for a bigger screen, I use it for crypto. But I have screens here as well. This is You can see the chair, it's a working station. I don't like to use screens that much. Thoughts about Bitcoin halving, bullish case scenario. It's still 99 comments. What do you think about the time frame for all this downward trend? Thank you, markets.ca. Will BTC go down more? Yes. VK books till mid-February. What is your best low cap coin? Please tell me just one. It's an extremely risky one. It's just based on how they have behaved so far, but it is extremely, extremely risky. And let me say it one more time, it's very risky. It is called Moni. It's Monster Infinite. It's on KuCoin as well. It's at $1.8 million market cap right now, and they have 45,000 investors that are not 45, it's 120,000, 130,000 investors. Everyone is waiting for this to come out. The first concept was that they wanted to be like Axie Infinity in 2021. When Axie Infinity started dying, they realized the problem, then they decided to do something else. This one is on Binance Smart Chain. Axie Infinity is on Ethereum chain, ERC20, and this is on BSC. So BEP20 basically. And I respect the people who are working on it because it's been 2 years and the market cap is nothing, and these guys are paying, and the creator is paying out of his pocket to keep this thing up and running. I like people who like to strive and go up with it. I've done a 3x on it already. It went from 1 million, I shared it with my community at 1 million, it went to 3. So we did a 300% on it already. Now it's back to 1.8 and I think it's going back to 1 million. So that'd be there. I have a bag there out of respect, but it's an extremely, 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 extremely risky coin. I have to add it multiple times. Thank you for all your analysis, no problem. Okay, it's the same question again. High risk top projects for 2025. There's so many out there. You can use so many names. Please talk about how to detect scam coins. I have a whole course on it. If you go to shitcoins.academy, I have a whole curriculum on this thing, how to identify good projects in the start before their launches, or even if they have launched recently, and it's a whole different story. That's 99% of the crypto space actually. So why would you buy if you only had, what would you buy if you only had 1,000 pounds? I wouldn't buy crypto. I wouldn't invest in crypto. If I am financially challenged, I wouldn't get into crypto. I would advise against that. I would rather invest that money in improving my skills, in improving my life, to increase the way I earn, the way I make money. My mentor, his name was Jim Rohn. He used to say that the marketplace offers you the amount of money for what you have made yourself up to. It's not that there is a problem in the market. Like if you were in his days, he said McDonald's used to pay $5 an hour, but he said that if you say hello to people entering, with a smile, they might give you an extra $1. So the more value you add to the market, the more they pay you. So try to become more valuable, then get into financial market. This is not a job market. This is for people who have money and they want to make more money with it. And if you want to make more money, you need to have money in the first place. So with 1,000 pound, I wouldn't do that. I would rather work on myself and stay away from this. Crypto is not going anywhere. The altcoins, they will saturate, but shitcoin space will stay, and I'm going to be here anyway. So you can come around and I can teach you how to do things better, but you need to be in a better place. You need to be happy. If you are not mentally happy, you will only make bad decisions, whether it comes to financial decisions or relationships or anything else. What is the best low cap coin? Please tell me just one. Why crypto is shoot? Shoot as in where you guys throw the garbage. You have this building mechanism here. Is Cardano worth it? Worth what? Worth the wait? The virgin lady? Is meme coin haram to trade? Oh no. The haram part is future trading. And that is the gray area. I don't have a clear answer on that one. Meme coins, no. Jack says, hey Jack, what do you say? Why do you say no one has access to Binance platform. Why do you say no one has access to Binance platform? I don't know what you mean by that. I'm married with Solana at 141. Need to look for a good divorce price. When it goes up, that is only your divorce price. You need to get out in profit. You cannot get out in loss. Are you the one who used to do the cell phone commercials and said, "Can you hear me now?" I wish. I wasn't born in this privileged piece of land. I wish. I come from a very poor background. My life started with the first war in Afghanistan. Then we immigrated, and I was an illegal immigrant in a country. So it was a very bad start. And then I came back to Afghanistan, and then I was in the second war as well, with the Taliban again. So it was that kind of a journey. Really good one, actually. It builds so much character, and you learn so much. I think it's priceless to be there. But over here, it's a land of opportunity. Not Canada. I'm talking about the US. In Canada, they charged me a 40% tax above 100K contracts. And I was like, what the hell is that? It's like you have a daddy sitting with you taking your money. XRP price prediction. Where are you from? Okay. Hello. Ship can go to... He's my moderator in my Telegram. He's just making fun. I have a video on Shiba. Actually, someone interviewed me in the shopping mall when I was in Pakistan. And he said, will Shiba go to $1? And it was a fun video. So I posted that, and he's just trying to recreate that moment. Where do you think of LCX? GRT, please. You had 2000 net. Number of ETH? No, I had more than that. I said I had a few thousand Ethereum coins. It was very cheap. It was $30 a coin. And I had a company in US. It was called Awake IT, IT company. I had it with my lawyer. Her name is Jenny. We were making money, and I couldn't receive the money because America and Afghanistan, that kind of a thing. So I started investing, and my nephew, he was buying Litecoins, and I think he sold it somewhere. She was buying Bitcoin. I think she sold it early as well, and I stayed with it, and I thought I'm the most extremely stupid person in the world, because it went from, I think, $1,700 or $2,000 all the way to $130, and that was the most disastrous thing I have ever done. Imagine if I had sold at $1,900, that bag, and then I had bought back in at $130, I would be sitting, okay. Okay, but anyway, I sold it in 2021, close to 4,000 plus price. I think 4,400, 4,500. So still, it was at a good place, from $30 to 4,500, and 30 was my average. My actual buying price was actually cheaper than that. Okay, what do you think about Myro? I've made a video on it. Have you heard about Omex coin? No, I have not. Bro, it is 22. What is 22? Okay, I don't know what the hell he's saying. It's my friend. What do you think about Myro? BTC, I really need to go down. Desensitized. Desensitized, yeah. This is the word. Is BTC dead? Not yet. Hello, what do you think about Myro? Coin Global shared it. So cute. Thank you. Can you give us an update on Bitcoin? I have posted a video, unless they have again blocked it. My content gets reported for being sexual. I take it as a compliment, with all this beard and stuff, but yeah. How are you? I'm good. What's your best low cap coin? BTC update, ICX, so is the best. What do you say? So is the best, what do you say? Where do you see us going? Okay, I really need to go. Kitty, yeah, the Kitty is the best one. Is crypto dead? BTC, still 99 plus comments, seriously. It's just one person that has spammed and destroyed it for everyone. What do you think about Myro, XRPV? What do you think about ZK Link? This thing is it's coming up everywhere. Solana, not Solana, PancakeSwap, they introduced an integration on it as well. I need to look into it. It looks like some kind of cheaper bridge for Ethereum to save on gas or something. I don't know. My moderator, he has used it. Rakib, the one who was making joke on $1 Shiba. I have not tested it. I need to look into this, but I don't know what are they up to, what the hell it is. But I did see that PancakeSwap was also talking about it. They were also talking about ZK Link, so I don't know what is happening there. Can you please spell it again? Didn't understand. I want to look at it. Oh, you're talking about the coin. It's called Moni, 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 Monster Infinite. Where can I buy the Infinite Garden? It's available on Uniswap, the one that is launched already, and you can take the contract address from CoinGecko. They're listed there as well. Do you share long and short signals? Oh yes, that's what I do. I actually have a team. I'm not alone. So yes, we do that. Is it Moni? Yes, it is. Why is the FTT going up? Some news, maybe it didn't have a rally. Some coins, they do their rallies, right? Moni, right, I'll put 1000 US in it. Please take your own decisions. It can still go down. As the market crashes, it will go down as well, right? So you can buy it cheaper. If the market is going down, you can buy it then. Where are you from? Toronto, North York. If you want the house address, I can give you that too. Do you share short and long signals? Yes, 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 and 100 times yes. I have 430 people there, I think, in my community. Just a second. Or 420, let me check. Yeah, 420 people. It's a $10 per month community, and then some people, they run out of $10 and they leave. But yeah, I share signals of spots and stuff. This is how it looks like. And then it TP2 hit, target 2 hit, and all this hit and that hit. That's that kind of a game. Anyway, totally makes sense. There, your name is there. Markets.capital. Oh, okay. Nice. Well said. Thank you. Celestia, your thought. TIA is in hype. It's a launchpad. I think as I looked at it on the surface, launchpads have one beautiful thing is that they rally really hard. Once they create their high, they never go back up. They always go down if it is just a launchpad. A good example of that is CDFI, Polka Starter, Game Starter, Gamify, which is called Guffy, and so many others. And then there are other people who come in and then they're trying to draw a line by doing more than launchpads, like ChainGPT. It's a launchpad, but they're doing 100 other things to survive. I don't know what the hell Celestia is doing. If they are just a launchpad, it will go down. I can write it somewhere for you as a promise. It's like, yeah, it's a failed economy. It doesn't matter what they do, it cannot survive. He said no access to Coinbase. Stay away from bad exchanges, crypto.com, Kraken, Coinbase. They charge you a lot and they don't have anything. Okay. Followed the creator. So sad. Sorry. Congrats. What happened? Sorry, that sounds tough, but you're safe. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Don't worry about that part. Is crypto a scam? It depends which one you're buying. What do you think one should buy and keep for long? Don't buy anything for long. Just hold it for this 1-2 year. If it doesn't go up, sell it and get out. XRP in February or in April. Let it go down first. Watch this video, you will see it. Okay, just hold one more month, you will have more clarity. Render FACT tokens new launch pad is going to be amazing, as it's being offering tokenless pre-sales. Tokenless pre-sales. That's a disaster. If they are not having tokens, it means they don't have a TVL, total value locked, so no one is holding the floor. It will die. I have seen a concept like that. It's always very bad. I want to buy altcoin. Can you tell what I must buy? I cannot tell you that. Where do you see XRP next month? I think down more. Can you give us an update on BTC? Video is posted already. That's crazy. You avoiding my comment. I'm sorry for that. Where do you store? I don't store anywhere. I keep it in my wallet. I have a separate phone for it. I turn off the internet. That's a hardware wallet for you. You don't need to do so much dramas. You just don't need to keep the keys of your wallet in your phone. People get hacked because they're stupid. They take screenshots of their keys and they keep it in their phone, and they're using that phone on top of it by using clicks on links in TikTok, in other social media, and that's how you get hacked. It's very simple concept. Keep your crypto phone separate from your social media and your regular phone. You will never get hacked. And don't keep the keys in that one. Write it on paper, put it somewhere. Your wallet, there are two good wallets. One is MetaMask for computers, and then there's another one called Trust Wallet. It is good for mobile phone. Use them and you're pretty much done. That's what exactly I do, and it's pretty much good life. Will it pump once more? I am hoping, yeah, I am hoping. Yes, that is exactly what I'm hoping. Can you say something? I take it as a compliment. NPC, is winter cold for you? Oh no, I come from -degrees. So, Alexa, what temperature is it today in Toronto?
Good evening, Shah Faisal. Right now, in Toronto, Ontario, it's -1 degrees Celsius. Tonight, expect a low of -1 degree.
Yeah, so it's -1. In Afghanistan, we had -10, -15, -20. I lived in Kabul, right? So, plus it was high. It's a defense city, so you have mountains and the city is inside. It was altitude, so you have red cheeks there. So it's really good. It was fun. Over here, it's not that cold. It's pretty much okay for me. But it is tough for people who have not seen cold. And I've seen hot as well, because I've lived in Lahore and India. I have seen up to 50 degrees Celsius, which is really awesome. So I'm used to cold and hot both. 18 years in a hot space and then remaining of my life in cold space. So I'm trained on both ones. How low you think Bitcoin will go? I've mentioned $19,000. That's the lowest. Do you like Metis for the next strong layer 2? I'm hearing a lot about Metis. I have shared a lot of shitcoins launched on Metis. So I have touched on Metis, but I haven't checked their technology, how good it is as a layer. But I do see developers launching their shitcoins on it. So just like they are launching it now on Manta and others. People are looking for new blockchain. The original ones or the main players of the game are, of course, always Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. These days, Solana is pretty much in trend as well. So that's a good part of it. Anyway, do you keep your crypto on exchanges or do you use cold wallet? I keep it on exchanges. If not, I keep it in my digital wallet. I have hardware wallets. Thank you, markets.canada, I think. The hardware wallet, I have a Ledger Nano X and I have another one called Trezor. I think I have 2 Ledger Nano and 1 Trezor. I don't use it. It's too much drama. I have a 2FA, hardware 2FA. You have to put that in for the 2FA to work. But I don't use that one either. I don't do that. It's too much drama for me. I just use a separate phone. It stays disconnected, so it's pretty much a hardware wallet for you. Okay, Moni, Maker. Yeah, Maker, like I mentioned, my friend, he made 300% on it. It went 4 or 5 for it. I think he said he bought it at $5 or $7 and now he said it's all the way down. So he made money and got out of it. If he kicks me off this platform, buy and hold. What buy and hold? You're promoting something? Buy and hold XRP, everybody. Pay attention to February. It's Brad's birthday month as well. I don't know what Brad is, but why would I kick you? I mean, a lot of America is involved in XRP. That's why they are up. Not up, but the company is running. They sell $200 million every month on the investors, and then poor investors, they buy the dip. They could have just created a pool fund, charity fund, where they would have asked the investors, can you pool in money? We need money, rather than doing this. Do you really think we are going to 24K like you said on your video? Oh yes, definitely. And video I was actually a bit sweet. I'm thinking of 19K. So it's worse here. The governments are paying everybody to downplay XRP because they're adopting it. Yeah, government is paying everybody. If you see any officials, let them know. I would be really happy to receive some money as well. I'm in Canada. TikTok is not paying me anything, so it would be really nice to have some. Will Sol go? Where do you see Infinite Garden heading? If they post, if the tweet comes from Vitalik, it will go to 10 million very easily. If it doesn't come and it gets dragged for months for some reason, because it's a movie on Ethereum, right? If the movie gets delayed, then people will lose their patience. They wouldn't hold it for 2-3 months. At these prices, it will go down. But the movie is inevitable, which means that it doesn't matter how low it goes. Eventually, when the tweet comes out that Ethereum movie is here, this thing will start pumping like crazy because it's the first coin. Okay. What do I think about CG? I need to go. Let me just check how much time I have in the prayers. It's getting 5:22, for the love of God. If I lose this prayer, then Maghrib 5:14. Okay, I still have time. Nice. It's getting dark. I thought I was losing it. In my country, the sun operates in a better manner. Anyway, can you please explain why Grayscale is selling off and realizing profit after locked up period is over? They are trying to get it at better prices, and I think they have financial advisors as well. They can hire a lot of people like me. I wouldn't work for them, but I mean others would. They pay good salaries. So you go and you look at it, and market pretty much gives you a very obvious case scenario where you see that the market is going to go and drop. And if you just want to look for something like for sake of similarity, even as stupid as that, go back and see 2020. The month of January, February and March, and you will see what happened there. In the January, February, March, it was very beautiful. It's not seenable visually, but when you use some kind of ruler on the chart, you will see it. So basically what happened is that in January it was like this, and then this was February, and then it started going like this. So basically this was your Jan to Feb, and this was your Feb to March. And in the graph, when you look at it, the drop doesn't look that big, but when I use the ruler, it was a pretty much big drop on BTC, and that was around 62%. So it was big enough to consider. When you look at this drop in Ethereum at that time period, it is around 70%. So a drop on BTC from the initial top of $48,000 by 62% is your $19,000. So overall, when you look at the period before that, before 2017, you go to 2016, it was again the same story. When you look at the pumps, it's always Novembers. You go back and you check all the Novembers and you see how things work, how they create these slopes and these patterns. They sync everything, like the 4 years Bitcoin cycle, it matches the 4 years election cycle of US. In other countries, we have 5-year cycle, like in Afghanistan, Pakistan, and other countries, we don't have this 4-year thing. So creators, they always come up with patterns because they like patterns, and they have some hidden mischievousness in it. It's like these Disney cartoon artists where they used to put sexuality in Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse and everything, but in a very hidden, subtle way where you wouldn't realize it as a child, but as a grown-up, when you go back and look back, somewhere you see the hints where they have hidden messages even written. They have written stuff in the art where you can go back and check it. So when the artist is playing and they're creating art, they always leave footprints, and they leave it in form of patterns. So they like this 4-year cycle, and they had a reason for the 4-year cycle, so they went for it. What do you think about C? And the Disney one, you can look it up. It's fascinating. You'll see a lot of text, and you can go and watch that video, and you will be shocked to see it. Okay, guys, I need to go in 5 to 10 minutes. I stayed way long. Will there be one last pump? Yes. So which exchange do you recommend? I thought Coinbase was good. Use MEXC with no KYC. Carlos, try to evolve a bit, okay? You need to put a little bit of skin in the game. You need to learn things a bit. Those who are with me in VIP or are already in my students, I'm teaching them very simple things. In Canada, you cannot buy crypto cheaply. They charge you 3-4% as a transaction, and then the crypto that they give you, it's above 3%, the market price. So they charge you like 6 to 7% on top of it. That's not how you want to do it. To gain a 6-7% profit, it takes a lot of energy and a lot of money and time, and you're getting things in expensive manner. So what you do is that you open an account in something like MEXC. MEXC is not the best. It's a shitty exchange, but we don't have any other option, where you have 5,000 6,000 coins listed. You have every coin there, and on top of it, in MEXC there is no KYC, which means you don't need to provide your documents. So it's a very good place to be. All you need to do is just to send your crypto there, and then you can trade it, and you will have access to a lot of coins. Coinbase doesn't have a lot of coins. Same is the case with Binance.us. I never liked it. Binance.com and Binance.us, they're two separate stories. So could you explain on the inscription, BRC20 tokens? I don't know about the inscription part. Does your intellect advise you that $350 for Solana is achievable by quantity? $350, it's very tough. It's very tough. Very, very, very tough. Why don't you talk about Kok Inu? I have seen its name in the shitcoins. I didn't get into it early. We didn't buy, and once something goes up and dumps, just leave it alone. I like to take parts in the first rally. Like, I like to buy a project at 20-30K, and then it goes to $1 million. We make 30x on it. We bought Grok, we bought it at 2 million. It went to 200 million. So we did 100x on that. We bought Mubi at 1.7, it went to $350 million. We did, I don't know, 200, 300 X's on it. Or there was another one called TMNT that was in December. It was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. We did 90x or something on it. So I try to catch these projects early. If I don't, then I don't buy. Same is the case with Kok. You know why I'm not talking about it? Because it has moved. The Ethereum movie that someone mentioned, I shared that project very early. It went to $30,000 dip, and then it went to 1 million. So that's something you would like to buy. In VIP, I highly recommend, and for me, I would pay $100. Thank you, Nilavi. It's always really good to have you there, and I mean, you pay so many gifts. I know you would. Thank you, Nilavi. Don't give me more gifts. Thank you for the response. No problem. Also in Telegram and recommended. Thank you, London. Okay. Brad Garling House. I think it's the XRP guy. Brad, CEO of Ripple Frame. Okay, live check. Thank you, London. Talk about the inscription. What do you think about Credo? Never heard of them. Is the market dropping? Coming below. Thank you, markets.canada. How to join your community group? The link is on my profile. Otherwise, send me a DM or search Crypto News Media. And then in the brackets it says CNM. It has 1100 pinned messages. Scammers cannot copy that. And I have 3 bots there. So in what time frame will BTC drop? Days or weeks? Days. you can give yourself 8 weeks time. How to join your group, I've mentioned it. How to join group, what the hell? Best advice for beginner trader, take it slow, try it with smaller amounts, try to learn what you're doing. If you don't understand something, don't do it. Just because there is money in it and you don't understand, you buy it, that is a disaster. Never do things that you don't understand. It's very simple. Colin, thank you. How far will BTC go down in few days? Should I take all BTC out? No, wait for the pump a bit. In what time frame range will BTC? Okay, I've mentioned it. I don't recommend max. If you do spot, maybe, but future, nope. Check on Twitter max scam. I don't know about the scam part. I know that their slippages are awful. In the market, if Bitcoin has dropped to 41,400 on max, it might be 41,200. So it drops further. But like I said, look, people don't have any other option. They would go for max. They have no other option. They're stuck with crypto.com, Kraken, Coinbase, that kind of crap. Then max is heaven. For me, I'm using Binance because I have access to Binance. Thank you, markets, for all the gifts. You're gifting too much, brother or sister, or if you don't like to be called sister. I mean, these days, I don't know what to call humans. Everyone has their own thing. Do you come live every day? I used to. I can't now. I just come randomly. So hit that bell icon. I love that when influencers, they do that. Okay. How to join your group? VIP is the place to be. Thank you, terrible trader. Are you shorting the market? Definitely. If it goes a bit up, I will. But I like longs more than shorts. I don't like to play shorts that much in a bull run. I like to go with the flow of the market rather than going against. When I'm doing shorts, I do it either for fun or for a shorter period of time. On the serious ones, I would rather go long, because in the long run, you're going to win. It's going to go up anyway, except for the dips and everything. Whatever happens, it's going to go up, right? So I always go with the overall narrative. In what time frame will BTC drop? Can you check MOVA? Okay. Can you check MOVA? You hold XRP. Will go to $2 by February. Okay, that's awesome. $2 by February. My God. That is good. Okay. Please, Litecoin, ship. Hello, everyone. Oh, Calvin Hill, the fake account is here. I have a student. She is a big fan of Calvin Hill. She always tells me that, you should contact him for your crypto project. He's with these celebrities and he has this book and he has this Excel sheet and stuff. I always find it fun and never tell her anything. But yeah, people have their obsessions. And that's how I know Calvin Hill. Anyway, everyone, you guys take care. It was such an awesome experience with you guys here. I think I stayed here for 2 hours, which is astonishing. I've never been able to do that. And you guys take care. I will see you hopefully soon. I will try to start coming live more and more. And I just wanted to come out and talk about this crash. I will upload this to YouTube as well. If you have missed it, you can go and check it there. Take care, and it's getting late for me. Bye. It's not going away. Oh, it is.